Hello VC, this is the Beatles Man 69. It's been a while since I made a vinyl update. I hadn't really been looking for too much in the way of records lately. I'm working on other hobbies that I have, so I have to kind of balance everything out a little bit. But yesterday I went thrift store diving, a couple of thrift stores near where I live, just to see if what I can come up with. Um, so um, I come up with 3 albums from 2 different thrift stores. And I like to say anyone who has seen my videos that I posted on YouTube, I'm a little critical about the Beatle issues on Capitol Records when they butchered the UK pressings to make more albums to benefit Capitol Records. Like the Beatles were cash cows, it was, but y'all know the drill. I ain't gotta explain it. But I come across this album. I've really been looking for this album for a while, um, because I think it was pretty much a great album, and it's the Beatles' "Something New." It's an original press from 1964. It has most of the Hard Day's Night tracks from the Hard Day's Night album from the UK, most of them, and they also include "Slow Down," Matchbox, and the German "I Want to Hold Your Hand." Uh, German version, "I Want to Hold Your Hand," should I say. And one quarrel I got about this is why didn't Capitol just release the UK Hard Day's Night album? They practically had all the songs on here except for just a couple, few. They practically could have just released it like that. I'm sure they would still been successful. I know it would have been. Anyway, um, it's a stereo press, and you see that little dot right there? It's supposed to signify that it's a mono copy. In the stereo copy, the little dot would have been split in two for stereo. But I wonder why they left it like that. I don't know what they did, why they did it. I don't know if they just printed the stereo on the top and used the mono cover. I don't know, but it's stereo. And this is in pretty decent shape overall. I have listened to this album. I cleaned it up. It wasn't really that nasty. It wasn't really dirty, but I clean my records up anyway before I put my stylus on there. And played perfect. No scratches, no pops, no um, cosmetic damage or visuals. And there's the original sleeve, inner sleeve. And the label. I actually enjoyed listening to this album, even though it was just extracts from the UK Hard Day's Night release. But on the plastic cover, the guy had in the plastic sleeve. He had "fair," I guess for the condition, written on that plastic sleeve. But I mean, outside outside the record having a little bit of wear, because it's 50 something years old, 51 years old. I mean, what do you expect? Being handled, and whatnot. But really, the cover ain't really damaged. Vinyl's perfect. I don't know where he's saying "fair," but I mean, I'll say this, I only gave him $20 for it. I wasn't going to argue with that. Very, very good album. Very good shape, all things considered. And the second album I bought George Harrison's All Things Must Pass album on Apple. I haven't listened to this one yet, but I really looked at the vinyl in great detail, and the vinyl physically looks perfect. I don't see any blemishes, any hairline scratches, anything that would tell me I'm going to have a problem when my needle hits it. I mean, the record looks like they hardly ever played it. Um, it just has a little bit of wear on the front cover here. You see, let's see, because things opposite. A little bit right here, a little bit at the top. Nothing I'd worry about. I mean, this thing is 44 years old. I mean, what do you expect? I mean, being handled, whatever. It's got the inner orange inner sleeve, inner papers rather. It's got a poster, which is in really good shape. In the inner sleeves, I mean, these things look perfect. I mean, somebody obviously didn't play this record very often. I'm going to say that. And like I said, I try to look at the vinyl before I buy it because you don't know, if it's been used or abused. But I mean, look, I mean, it just looks practically new. And all of them look this way. And I'll say this. Some people don't like to reveal what they pay for their stuff, which is fine, to each his own. But I want to say I want to say this. Here's the other inner sleeve. The one thrift store I went to first, the guy was selling this album. Some other guy was selling a copy of this record. And he was wanting $40. Now I thought, well, yeah, it's really good shape. 3-record set. It's collectible or whatever. He might get it. I didn't want to pay $40 for it. So I just passed on it. I mean, he had the Bangladesh album set, and he wanted the same thing for it. I didn't look at the vinyl because even though it was a thrift store, the guy put them, like at Walmart, they got them little screamers, little circle thing with a strap, so if you try to take it off, it'll, scream like you're stealing their record, So, you can't really look at the vinyl, probably unless you took it to the front and had the people take the screamer off so you can examine it to make sure it's not messed up. But when I went to the other thrift store, same thrift store where I got the Something New from, I looked at the vinyl, looked good, just a little cosmetic, blemishes on the cover, which, I'm not to play the cover, I'm not to play the vinyl. I gave $25 for this. I mean, he was freaking giving it away. $25. And like I said, the vinyl was practically brand new. And like I said, outside the little blemishes right here. I wasn't going to argue with that. I mean, hey, record plays. That's the important thing. Record's old, like all of us start falling apart. Okay, I got one more record, and it's not a Beatles record. It's not a Beatles record. What is he feeling? All right. But I want to say this real quick. Where I got this album, I got this Creedence Clearwater Revival Will and the Po' Boys. The person who sold it was selling this record. They had some Beatle records in another place. A few. He had Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. It was on Apple. It was a reissue on Apple. I didn't pick it up. I should have, but I got an original copy of Sgt. Pepper in mono. He had some Meet the Beatles. and a couple of other albums. I can't really think. The White Album and Beatles 65. Now I saw Beatles 65, and if I was a dog, my tail would be wagging, because I've been looking for that good copy of that one too. But they were just beat the crap. They were beat up. I mean, the covers were beat up, vinyl was beat up. The Beatles 65 had blemishes in it, cosmetic. I'm not even sure the record would even play decent, because I could see them, and I just no, I ain't gonna spend that money on that. And to make a long story short, he has and it's still there, because I think I mentioned in my previous videos, A Hard Day's Night, United Artists pressing, an original mono pressing. The album, at least on the cover looked like it was perfect. I mean, it wasn't no tore up or anything of that nature. But he had this, like I said, like the other person, he had that screamer on there, with the strap, like at Walmart, they put around high priced stuff so nobody will rip them off. But the guy wanted like $50 for it. I thought about it, but I said, well, I might look around some more. I mean, yeah, he might get it, but heck, it's been sitting there forever, because I go up there maybe every couple of weeks or just whenever I get a chance, and it's been up there a while, and it's still sitting up there with the screamer strap around it. So I guess people feel like they ain't gonna spend $50 in a thrift store for a record. So anyway, all right, well, moving on. Go back to this. Creedence Clearwater Revival, Willie and the Poor Boys. I've been looking for this record for a while. I had a copy of this that I bought at a record store down in Pensacola, Florida. I was on vacation there one year. And when I got it home, and I don't live nowhere near Pensacola, about 5 hours from there, I had noticed that the record, when they pressed the record, there was a couple, I want to say maybe like a bubble, a small one, a couple of them in the track Midnight Special. When they pressed it, I guess it was a defect when they pressed the record originally. And when the needle would hit it, it would just jump over it, just shoot, and it'd skip or what have you. I mean, I wasn't driving 5 hours to bring it back. Just wasn't going to do it. So I had to go look for another copy. So I found this copy at the thrift store, and it's in pretty good shape. I mean, this record is, I'll say this, as old as I am. It was released in '69. Do the math. I gave $6 for it. $6. I said, well, $6. I looked at the record. I looked at it before I bought it. Looked pretty good. $6. What I got to lose? I've been looking for another copy. So and has the original inner sleeve. So I bring it home and get my Groove Glide and cleaned it up. Make sure there's no mold or what have you. And this is an original. And I got through playing it today before I made this video. And I have no complaints. This record really played nice. I am really pleased with it. I really am. I think this right here is a gem to me. I mean, it's a good, solid album. It's probably one of their best. Well written. Plays good. No complaints about this. So, that being said, that's all I got right now, folks. When I get some more, I will make another video. I'm going to try to go to a record show in mid-August. I hope I get to go anyway. And if I do go, I'll make another video on what I find there. I like to go anyway, because sometimes you find some good stuff, sometimes you find garbage. You just got to really look at what you buy and judge it, the best you can. sometimes you just have to take a chance, you know. Even though you might not see a scratch or something, it might be hairline scratches or making that crackling sound and stuff, and it's just so annoying. But anyway, I appreciate you watching. Um, hope to make another video soon. So that's all for now. Thanks for watching.